Okay, it is I'm live. Let me recheck if I'm live or not. Yeah, due to some network issue, I don't know. Just got disconnected. Let me share my screen with you all again, and just okay. Wait a second. Okay, I think I'm live now. Let me just read the problem statement. I have already did it once, but because of some network issue, I'm doing it again. You are given a binary string consisting of characters 0 and 1. Your task is to split this string into minimum number of non-empty substrings such that each substring represent a power of 5. Okay, power of 5. So one thing that we have to split the split the string into various substrings and check if like each substring should have leading zeros. Okay, so uh, okay, one thing that I have to just return, suppose 09. Okay, one thing I have to just see, like 1001 is a substring. Okay, but is, is this going to be a valid string or not? Because we have one power of 5, but one is left out. So let me just check what is the output of this problem statement. Okay, the output is 2, uh, right? Okay. Mm, no issues. Let me. Okay. Expected output 2. So it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is how it is 2. 1, 2, 4, 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. How it is 2. This thing I understood. Like it is going to be 5. But uh, expected output 2. 1 is a power of 5. Acha, what if 1 1? Then what? Expected 3. How? Okay, this single one and this single one. Okay. Okay. Acha, what if there is 0 1 1? Then what? Okay, it is going to be minus 1 now because we have a substring of 1011 and like there is a leading 0. Okay, great. Understood. So the first case is simple. If s of 0 is equal to 0, return minus 1 because we cannot have any substring now. Int n, let me just do like initialize it globally. N is equal to s dot length. Now what? I have to keep a variable and answer is equal to, I'll keep a helper function which is going to do my things recursively, and here I'm going to pass the index and the string. Okay, and if answer dot size is greater than n, greater than n, just return minus 1 because we cannot have a substring which whose size is greater than n, right? And what I have to do, mm, return answer now. Simple. Now what? I have to keep a helper function, int helper, int idx comma string s. Now what? If idx is greater than or equal to n, greater than, equal to greater than n plus 1. Yes, right. Just return the value 0. Now I have to keep track of sum, which is going to be 0, and answer, which is going to be n plus 1. We cannot have something more than plus 1, right? So for int j is equal to idx, j is smaller than n, j plus plus, what I have to do? I have to generate all the possible substrings, right? So how I'm going to do that? First of all, sum is equal to sum into 2 plus, mm, I have to uh, check that s of I minus 0. That's it. Okay, this way I'm going to get the sum. If sum is a multiple of 5, if multiple, I'll just send sum. If it is a multiple of 5, what I have to do? I have to just, if it is a multiple of 5, what I have to do? uh, I will have to just check the next string. Acha, one more thing. If it is a multiple of 5, and one more thing, and one second. S of I is not equal to 0, because, right, uh, the last thing that I want is this, because in the example that I showed to you, leading zeros can never be our answer, right? So S of I is not equal to 0, and then multiple of sum, if both the conditions are met, then we have to find the next one. Next is equal to helper. Now what I'm going to pass, j plus 1 comma s. Great, I got my next. Now what? I have to like update my answer, right? If next is not equal to n plus 1, answer is equal to minimum of next plus 1 comma answer. Great, just return answer for now. Now I have to write the code for multiple int n. First thing first, if n is equal to 0, it is not possible. Return 0. Uh, Second thing, while n mod 5 equal to 0, while n mod 5 is equal to 0, keep doing this. N divided is equal to 5, and return n is equal to 1. This will do our things easier. Okay, let me just run this code and see if this is working or not. Compilation error. S of I. Okay, I've only used I here. IDX only. Okay, here also IDX. Okay, okay, it is working fine. Let me check for the given inputs. Where is the given inputs? Let me check for this one. What is the answer? No, it is not working fine. Uh, Answer is getting -1. If s of 0 is equal to 0, return -1. N is equal to s dot length. Answer is equal to this. If answer is greater than this, equal to n plus 1, return -1, return answer. Okay. Mm, if index is greater than equal to and return 0, great. And sum, I found the sum. mm, N plus 1 sum is equal to 0. uh, j is equal to I, j is smaller than n, j plus plus sum is equal to sum into 2 plus I checked for the leading zeros not equal to 0 and then multiple of sum checked. Okay, is it going inside this loop or not? Where am I doing any mistake? Mm, yeah, it got into this loop only once. Okay, and multiple of next is equal to mm, j plus 1. Next is not equal to this. Where am I doing wrong? I'm doing the right thing. Sum is equal to this. In अच्छा अरे यार sum is equal to sum of j minus 0. Okay. Remove this hello part. Now let's see. Okay, now it's working completely fine. I don't think all the test cases is going to pass. Let me just submit this code and see because the expected time complexity is going to be n 2 to the power n because we are doing it recursively, right? And acha, it worked. Great. But I don't think this is the correct answer that we should opt. What is the expected time complexity? O of n square. But this solution has O of 2 to the power n time complexity. That's the main thing. Okay. Mm, let's think if can we solve it using a better approach or not. Mm, we are doing this. We are solving recursively. Uh, we can store it in a DP. Same thing. Same thing in a DP and check if it is working fine or not. One second. Okay. We can do the same thing in DP. Let me just include DP in this solution. I think that will reduce the time complexity from 2 to the power n to O of n, I guess. Okay. Let me think. If I'll use DP, how I'm going to do DP? Uh, Instead of DP, can we do something else? Okay. Instead of using DP, I don't think DP should work. Like, am I live now? Or is it again? Yeah, I'm live. Instead of using DP, can we do something different? Like, I know that I have to check for the power of 5. So instead of checking that, can we insert it into our answer and uh, do the same thing using set? Let's try that. Uh, okay, let's initialize a set and or dot set power of 5. Okay, power of 5. Okay, int x is equal to 1 while x is smaller than or equal to 1e9. Keep including this power of 5 dot insert x. Great. And x into is equal to 5. Now I'm doing this because I'll need the power of 5 later on. So yeah, now I'll initialize n is equal to s dot non n, and here I'm going to write n is equal to s dot length, right? Okay. After this, I'll have to keep an uh, keep an array to define the set of minimum number of cuts, right? For that, I'm going to keep a mm, dp array. Okay, and plus 1 comma minus 1. Okay, now what? And answer is equal to nothing but helper 0 comma s comma dps comma dp comma power of 5. Okay, and same if answer is greater than equal to n plus 1, return minus 1, or return answer. Okay, this is done. Now what? Helper. Okay, in this helper function, the first thing that I've kept is our index, the second one is the string, and so on. Same simple, like same like yes, like the last problem. And not end, string s comma vector of int, and I'm going to keep it, pass it by reference, and also power of 5. So in order to set of int, let's write it power. That's it. Don't, let's not write it much here. Okay, first thing, if idx is greater than or equal to n, just return 0. Great. And if dp of idx is not equal to -1, return dp of idx. This is okay. Now what? The same as the last time. And sum is equal to 0 comma answer is equal to n plus 1. Same, run the loop from end I j is equal to idx, j is smaller than n, j plus plus. Okay, calculate the sum. Sum is equal to sum into 2 plus sum into 2 plus s of j minus 0. Great. I'll get the sum here. And now I have to check that there is no leading zeros. If s of I is not equal to 0, and now we were checking the last time. This time I have to find it in our power. So power dot count uh, sum. Okay, if it is greater than 0, then do the same thing. And next is nothing but helper of j plus 1 comma s comma dp comma power. Great. Now if next is not equal to n plus 1, update my answer is equal to minimum of answer comma next plus 1. Great. Now at the end I just have to update my dp array. Dp of idx is equal to answer. Return this one thing, ydx is equal to this. Yeah, I think this should work. Let's see if there is some compilation error or not. Acha, one more thing. 1 second. Hmm, unordered set array. Spelling of unordered set is ODERED. Okay. And one more condition that I have to write here, like we did for the last time. If s of 0 is equal to 0, leading zeros, return minus 1. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Compilation complete. Compiled successfully. Let's see if it is working fine or not. Yeah, it passed all test cases. So the idea was simple, like we did the last time. We have to just include dp array in this. The dp array where it is. Yeah, dp array to check all the index cuts on that index. So yeah, Priyanshu, please